Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Banter in the Box. And it's the second episode in our annual Meet the Managers series. Last time we met the 7 lowest rated managers in the Family Fantasy Football League, dubbed the Wooden Spoon Contenders. And in this episode we're meeting the next 7 managers who have been grouped together as the also rans. These managers are probably not going to be sucked into a relegation dogfight, but if they achieve mid-table obscurity, they'll probably consider it a successful season. 48 hours, or just under 48 hours. No, actually 48 hours and 5 minutes until the deadline for entering your teams, and at this stage 6 managers have still not entered their teams, and of course that's not a problem, because if they fail to enter their teams by 9 p.m. on Thursday, they will start the season with the dreaded allocated club. So let's kick on then. The first manager we're meeting is ranked the 20th best manager in the FFFL, and that is none other than great Uncle George Moody, pictured there with his loyal assistant manager, the great Auntie Jill. Team name Clockhouse Rangers, 28 previous seasons in the Family Fantasy Football League. It's only one season, the very first season, that George didn't take part in the FFFL there. And 2-time FFFL Cup finalist in 1998 and 2006, but lost the Cup final on both occasions. 3 Manager of the Month awards for George in his 28 seasons. A Wooden Spoon winner in 1997 and 2023. His highest finish in the league, 9th on 2 occasions, 1999 and 2012. And his best league position, well, he was 3rd way back on the 24th of November 2016. So 8 years since he last tasted life in the top 3. He's never been in the top 2. And the word on the street is that George is considering hosting the end of season presentation awards. I need confirmation, George, if that's true. I really hope it is. We've had many a great FFFL presentation awards at George and Jill's. It's been a while, although they have hosted it on many occasions. It would be great to go back there for the 30th season. No pressure though, it's a lot to take on. The next manager, ranked the 19th best manager in the Family Fantasy Football League, is Di Maloney, manager of No Happy Endings. Di is a masseuse, that's where the team name comes from. 4 previous seasons in the Family Fantasy Football League. She was the runner-up in the league back in 2022. And she also got the most weekly wins in that season, and has had 1 Manager of the Month award. Why is she ranked so low, I hear you ask? Well, it's because that was a 1-season wonder. In her other 3 seasons, she has been struggling down the bottom of the table. That 2022 form was an outlier. Last time she was top, 20th of May 2022, so very late on in the season she was top of the league, only just missing out on winning the league title in that season. What's Di been up to in pre-season? Well, she's been exploring the benefits of cryotherapy, which I think is something to do with freezing, which is ironic really, because her husband Steve Maloney says that sleeping with Di is like sleeping with an iceberg. Seems very harsh. Ranked the 18th best manager in the Family Fantasy Football League is none other than returning manager Lee Poulter. Pictured there, new Team name, previously called Napoli. He had a season off last year, but he's back under the name Whernside Warriors. 5 previous seasons in the Family Fantasy Football League. No honours in that time. He has won Manager of the Month award to his name. His highest ever league finish, 9th in 2022. And he did taste life in the top 3. He was 3rd on the 17th of September 2020. Never been in the top 2. But he's back. And what a 2 years away it's only 1 year away. What a season away Lee has had. Become a dad and just moved house since he was last in the Family Fantasy Football League. But now he's got all that out of the way. He's ready to focus on challenging for a Family Fantasy Football League title, something he's never done before in his 5 previous seasons. Hence his rating of the 18th best manager in the league. Next up, ranked the 17th best manager in the Family Fantasy Football League, it is Mops Hawksby. Pictured there. Team name I've Got a Life. One of 5 managers who have competed in every single season in the Family Fantasy Football League. But of those 5 managers, Mops is the only person who's competed in every single season of the Family Fantasy Football League and never lifted the title. She was runner-up in the league back in 2008, and she's been an FFFL Cup winner on 2 occasions, 2005 and 2015. Well, if you keep that run going, next year's FFFL Cup final will take place in 2025. Maybe you're destined to win it every 10 years, Mops. Minor honours, Golden Boot winner in 2020. Mops scored the most weekly wins in 2010 and 2015. And she scored the highest weekly total in 2009. And has had 6 Manager of the Month awards, including one last season. Now, the downside to winning the Family Fantasy Football League is that you instantly get a target on your back. Just ask Mark Benwell. And the Mad Hatter, the Creed Bratton Society manager, won his first Family Fantasy Football League title this year. And Mops has him firmly in her sights, judging by this post on the Family Fantasy Football League Facebook group. Sorry, forgot to mention the last time Mops was top. Last season, 9th of Feb 2024, before she fell away towards the end of the season. Yeah, as I was saying, when I posted the a league table update after the Community Shield on Saturday, and it showed Alexi Lagos was top of the league, Mops posted this on the Family Fantasy Football League Facebook group. Come on, Alexi, give that pompous friend of yours a run for his money. She is referring to the Mad Hatter. That's unconfirmed, but I'm pretty sure. And I'm loving the early season banter that a few of the managers are engaging in. That's a manager of the season point, Mops, for a quote of the week. Well done. Next manager, ranked the 16th best manager in the Family Fantasy Football League. It's none other than Charlotte Williams, pictured there, dressed as a can of Vimto. For no reason, Charlotte just loves Vimto very much. The team name Foxborough Foxes, 6 previous seasons in the Family Fantasy Football League. Charlotte was the FFFL Cup runner-up in 2023. She won the Silver Boot that season. Never had a Manager of the Month award. Her highest league finish was 4th back in 2018. She was top a couple of years ago, 19th of August 2022. Charlotte was top of the league. She's struggling in pre-season. She must be struggling because she's one of those 6 managers that hasn't yet submitted her team. Come on, Charlotte, get your team in. Charlotte does hold the record for the most assists in a season. That season she won the Silver Boot in 2023. Her team scored 93 assists. No team has ever got that many assists in the Family Fantasy Football League. Next up is the 15th best manager in the Family Fantasy Football League, and it is Pops Hawksby. Team name the Gobi Desert Canoe Club. Pops is one of just 5 managers who's appeared in every single season of the Family Fantasy Football League. He was a champion back in 2016, and he's been a runner-up in the league on 3 occasions: 2004, 2009 and 2010. He has won the Family Fantasy Football League Cup 3 times, 2000, 2002 and 2009, and he's been a cup runner-up in 2003 and 2010. He was the Golden Boot winner in 1997. He scored the most weekly wins in 1997 and 1999. Got the highest weekly total for the season in 2003 and 2010. And has had none other than 5 Manager of the Month awards. What's Pops been up to in pre-season? Well, I found out recently that Pops has joined an amateur dramatics society. It's a small group in Good Easter, but they're making a remake of The Fugitive with Pops in a starring role. I managed to get a picture of him during rehearsals, and this is the moment when he caught the one-armed man. Should have mentioned, Pops jointly holds the record for the most ever cup wins with 3. No one's won the Family Fantasy Football League Cup more than Pops. And the last manager we're meeting today is the 14th best manager in the Family Fantasy Football League, and it is none other than Sarah Goodwin. Team name, the Musketeers. New name this season for Sarah, to see if she'll have a change in fortunes. 2 previous seasons in the Family Fantasy Football League. No major honours in those 2 seasons. She did get the most weekly wins in 2023. From memory, there was about half a dozen people who tied jointly for the most weekly wins, but Sarah was one of them. And last season, she was crowned Manager of the Season, which one of those £15 million in free tactical gambits to use this season. No Manager of the Month awards in her 2 seasons. Her highest finish was 13th back in 2023. Her highest ever league position, she was 5th on the 1st of December 2023. So in her first season in the Family Fantasy Football League, she finished 13th in her debut season, which is pretty good for someone in a debut season. Last season, she finished 14th. Hence, she's one of those also-rans that will probably be pleased with mid-table obscurity. Although, if she plays those tactical gambits well, maybe she can launch a surprise challenge for the Family Fantasy Football League Cup. So we've met 14 of our 27 managers. In the next edition of Banter in the Box, we will be meeting the dark horses. Those managers that have it in their locker to win the league, even though they're not one of the big 6 managers in the league. They have it in their locker to win the league if everything goes well. They could do. We'll be meeting those managers in the next edition of Meet the Managers. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.